in the heart of a parched Africa, where the ground is cracked and the air is thick with the scent of survival, there is no migration season, no golden moment. A river is both the giver of life and the place of farewell. Here, where the sun burns even the shade, where thirst outweighs fear, two creatures live side by side, not because they want to, but because they must. No one chose this life, yet both are forced to adapt in order to survive. And each time the water stirs, a fate is about to be swept away. Crocodile and wildebeest, the return of the monster. Have you ever wondered, where do wildebeests come from, and what do they actually do? Most of us only remember predators like crocodiles, lions, leopards, the notorious killers of the wild. But what about prey? Do animals really run away from helpless creatures so easily? They are neither cows nor exactly antelopes, but they resemble both, with their rough bodies, strange heads, and ever-nervous eyes. The wildebeest, also known as the gonu, is a herbivore of the antelope family, found mainly in the grasslands of East Africa and South Africa. With ancestors dating back more than 2 million years, they are ancient survivors that have seen the evolution of lions and crocodiles. There are two main species, the blue wildebeest, which is common in the Serengeti, and the black wildebeest, which lives in southern Africa. In the waters of the Serengeti, where thousands of creatures gather to drink every day, crocodiles don't need to stalk everywhere. They just stay in one place. They lie motionless for hours in the cold mud, just waiting for a foot to slip. Many crocodiles have lived here for over 40 years, not because they are the strongest, but because they are the most patient. The crocodiles of the Serengeti don't need to hunt, they just wait, because sooner or later, the prey will come. As the sun burns, as the wind carries heat that burns every layer of skin, the Serengeti becomes more brutal than ever. There is no other choice. Every creature from the birds of the air, the elephants of the jungle, to the most cautious wildebeest must approach the water. Even though they know that water is not only life, but also the burial place of many lives. But as the heat becomes unbearable, as every cell withers, the fear of the crocodile is gradually abandoned with each step forward. At this moment, nature begins to work according to its laws. No compassion, no choice, only instinct, only survival. On peaceful days, crocodiles do not move. They lie still in the water, covered in cold mud, their eyes barely blinking. And at this moment, the herd of antelope, driven by thirst, steps into the river. This is the moment the crocodiles have been waiting for all this time. It had waited too long. Hunger simmered beneath its icy scales. As a wildebeest slithered toward the water, it could no longer contain itself. The crocodile shot up like a rocket, tearing the ground apart. Water sprayed white. The river exploded in a violent collision of instinct and hunger. The herd of wildebeest screamed and fled. The stampede of hooves broke the silence. But just one beat was lost. The bite flew through the air. The prey had escaped. The attack failed. The crocodile returned, leaving behind him a deep scar of missed opportunity. But he was not angry. not remorseful, not panicked. To the crocodile, this was perfectly normal. Escape was a daily occurrence in the wild. He knew there would be other times, and next time, he would not give his prey a second chance. After missing its target, the crocodile may face days without food. No prey dares enter the water. No more bites immediately follow. Instead, there is a long, silent, hungry wait. But crocodiles don't die from that. Unlike lions or leopards, crocodiles are masters of endurance. They can go 2 weeks without food, up to more than a month, depending on their size and environmental conditions. During that time, their heart rate drops to just a few beats per minute. They barely move. They don't burn energy. They lie there quietly, as if hunger has given up because it can't burn itself. For prehistoric creatures, patience is not an option. Patience is in their nature. For wildebeests, self-defense isn't their strength. They don't have sharp claws like lions. They're not as swift or agile as Thompson's gazelles. Their only weapon is vigilance. They survive by sticking together, always moving in herds, always placing the young at the center, and relying on a chain reaction. If one senses danger, the whole herd knows. But the question is that really enough? While waiting for large prey like wildebeest or zebra, crocodiles are more flexible than we think. When conditions are harsh, they will switch to hunting smaller prey like fish, waterfowl, and even turtles. For crocodiles, no food is too small. A flick of the tail underwater can scare off a school of fish, and just a light bite can provide a temporary meal. For turtles, crocodiles use enormous bite force to break the hard shell, then slowly tear away the flesh inside. After the chaos, the wildebeest herd retreats from the water's edge. They gather on higher ground, where their eyes can see farther and their ears can hear more clearly. But the truth remains simple and brutal. They're still thirsty. The heat of the Serengeti doesn't allow them to hesitate. And so, as the sun sets and its shadow stretches across the river, they return once more. But no one knows whether the water is truly calm or if a pair of eyes beneath the surface is silently watching their every move. Exactly. The crocodile has been waiting for this very moment. After hours of lying motionless in the mud, after days of hunger and thirst, after watching prey come and go. Now, as the wildebeest return, as their hooves inch closer to the river's edge, as their muzzles begin to touch the water, it's the moment when death opens its eyes. From beneath the water, without a single ripple, the crocodile launches upward, like a dark spear tearing through the river's surface. In a split second of confusion, a perfectly timed snap locks onto the hind leg of the nearest wildebeest. As the first bite ends, the water hasn't even settled when other crocodiles begin to emerge from every direction. They need no signal, no coordination, just the scent of blood, the ripple of a struggle that alone draws them out from hidden depths. And in that moment, a river that once seemed calm turns into a whirling vortex of farewell. And that marks the end for the wildebeest. No one remembers its name. There's no time for mourning, no ground for farewell. Only the crocodile remains spinning in the murky water with its signature move, like performing an ancient ritual of nature. One roll, then another. Each spin isn't just to end the struggle, but to shatter any last trace of resistance. In the distance, the herd of wildebeests has come to a halt. Their eyes fix on the river, once a familiar watering place, now disturbed only by swirling, crimson ripples. They don't rush forward. They don't call out. They don't turn back. They simply stand there helpless, watching one of their own disappear beneath the current. Not because they lack emotion, but because they know. Turning back would only mean another life lost to the water. In this world, sympathy cannot save a life, and even compassion must give way to the instinct to survive. Why is it that the gentle creatures, those who harm no one, are always the ones to fall first? Why must the grass eaters live each day in fear? Is it unfair? Perhaps. But in the wild, fairness is not the law. Survival is. Nature knows no good or evil. It only knows creatures each fighting to survive, in their own way. But if you, like me, have ever felt sorrow watching a gentle animal fall, if you've ever asked yourself, is there any fairness in this world? Then please, leave a comment and let me know. Not to argue, but simply to listen to one another in this wild and silent world. Thank you for watching all the way to the final seconds. Nature isn't always bright or full of hope. Sometimes it leaves us speechless. Sometimes it lingers in our minds long after the screen fades to black. If you've ever felt that too, if your heart has ever ached watching a small, helpless creature fall, please leave a comment. Let me know that I'm not the only one who sees the harshness of this world. And if you'd like to join me on deeper journeys, where life, death, instinct, and fear walk side by side, hit subscribe. If you feel this video lacked something in facts, emotion, or rhythm, I warmly welcome your thoughts. Your comment means the world. It helps shape the next story. One more complete, one more human.